Hello everybody, this is BBH and welcome to Trapped in Walmart Part 2. Now if you saw my previous video, I told you guys about a crazy experience I had recently had at Walmart. I will link a little annotation here if you want to go check that out. But you will not believe what happened to me just 2 nights ago. So I went to Walmart, right? As I always do.
I was with you 2 nights ago, wasn't I?
No, you were not with me, Ansel. You were at home eating Cheerios, okay? But I went to Walmart. Ansel, I went to Walmart, right, at 3 in the morning, because I only shop at Walmart at 3 in the morning. And I'm there, and oh yeah, you were there, Ansel. We were talking in the TS.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna go to Walmart. Like
exactly. And I went there, 1 for you, 3 for me. But I went there, I'm at Walmart, I go up, get all my stuff. Takes me like, 30 minutes to find all the stuff I want. You put it all in my cart, push it up to the self-checkout area. And, I'm scanning all my stuff. I'm like, beep, beep, beep. Get about halfway through, right? Half of my stuff is done. And I hear a voice, right? And then I turn around as someone says, oh, hey, what's up? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I recognize that voice. And I turn around and believe it or not, the same woman who checked me out in Trapped in Walmart, right, is there. And she's and she's making eye contact with me. Looking at me straight in the eye, and I can totally see on her face she recognizes me. Right? And she looks at me and she's like, hey, what's up? And then she like walks over and starts talking to me. Now I'm in the self-checkout area where you like scan your own stuff, and I'm just sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, I do not want to talk to her. Like, cause as you saw, the previous experience I had with her, she went on, and it took forever to get out of Walmart. So I'm sitting there, and I'm just thinking, I don't want to deal with this, so I just, keep scanning, but I don't want to be rude, and I don't want to be impolite to her, so I start talking to her, and we, have some, back and forth conversation, and she's, talking, and again, every time I scan something, she comes over, and she's reading what I'm scanning, as she's standing behind me, right? So she's standing right to the right, and she's looking over my shoulder while I'm scanning things, and she's commenting on it and giving me her commentary. And I'm sitting there all right, let me scan this frozen lasagna. She's like, oh, frozen lasagna. Oh, is that any good? I'm like, well, yeah, I like it. That's why I'm buying it, of course. And I put it in the bag, and then I reach for a can of soup. She's like, oh, gluten-free, soup. Oh, is that any good? I'm like, yes, it is good. That's why I'm buying it. And she's like, oh, that gluten-free stuff. I guess, that's crazy. And I'm like, yeah, I buy gluten-free because, I like, gluten-free and, I have a gluten allergy, everything. I'm giving her, the rundown, right? And she's like, oh, that's horrible. Gluten-free stuff is so expensive, etc. I'm like, oh, yeah, there's way more of it. And then I catch myself and I'm actually engaging in this conversation when I know that I don't want to be in there. Exactly. I don't want to be there anymore. I'm just saying, no, I'm going to get out of here. So I, scan, and I'm trying to scan quicker. But every time I pick up an item, she, latches on it and starts talking about what I'm holding. So I feel, rude putting it in the bag. I'm, bringing it over, scanning it, and then I'm, holding it in my left hand. I want to put it in the bag, but she's still talking about it. And I know it'd be rude if I just went whoo, and dumped it in the bag, because she'd be still going on about that item. And so I'm still engaging in this conversation. So anyway, fast forward, this is still going on. I get to the last item, scan it, put it in the bag, and I'm thinking, okay, this is it. I can put all my bags in my car and get out of Dodge, head home, right? And put this whole horrible mess behind me. But anyway, so I'm about to do that. I open up my wallet, go to reach for my card to pay, and I can't find my card. I'm looking, I'm oh my gosh, do I have any cash on me? No cash, no card, I have nothing to pay for what I, just scanned with. And I'm sitting there oh my gosh. And now I'm totally forgot about her. I'm just saying about, oh my goodness, where did I lose it? Because if you lose your card, people can buy stuff with your card. And that's money you could potentially now not have if someone spends it. So I'm just freaking out. I'm oh my gosh, I lost it. Where did I lose it? Maybe I lost it at home. Maybe it's in the parking lot. I just have no clue. And she notices me starting to freak out. And she's like, oh, what's wrong? What's going on? And I'm like, oh, I can't find my card and I don't have any other money. And I'm freaking out. And she's like, oh, well, go check your car. Maybe you left it in your car. I'll watch your stuff. I'm like, okay, thank you. And I rush outside, look for my card in my car, and of course it's not there. And I'm freaking out still, run inside.
Oh no.
And and I tell her, I'm like, I can't find it. And now I'm all worried because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to take all of this stuff and go put it back and then head home, see if I can find my card or get some money, then come back and get all my stuff, put it back in the car. I'm gonna spend like I'm gonna be trapped in Walmart again, pretty much. I'm gonna be spending so much time there. I should just set up a bed and live in Walmart with the amount of time. Exactly, with the amount of time I'm going to spend in Walmart. It's just, I should just, they should open up apartments. I could just live there. But anyway, so I'm freaking out, and she's like, you know what? Just go ahead and go home. I'll watch your stuff. I'll check it out so that you don't have to worry about rescan and everything.
You can go home?
Yes, go home and get my card, not just go home with the stuff. But she tells me, yeah, she's like, go ahead and get your stuff. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, thank you. I just want to hug her. But I run, in my car, drive home. I'm like, okay, I'm going to try and get there, home and back as quickly as possible. It takes me about 10 minutes to get home. And then I'm looking for my stuff, or my card everywhere. And I can't find it. It takes me like 30 minutes looking for the card, and I finally find it. I like dropped it near the front door or something. I find the card, put it in my wallet, drive. It's like so fast, I probably almost got a ticket. If a cop had seen me, I would have gotten pulled over, but I drive fast.
If you lost your ID, it's like,
I know, right?
Sir.
Hello,
hey,
sir. Do you have your driver's license on you? Well, actually, officer, I'm a pretty famous YouTuber. Maybe you could let me off with a warning. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you've heard of Bad Boy Halo, right?
I'll give you some Fernandos,
plenty of Fernandos. But so I drive to back to Walmart, and I go in, and she's nowhere to be seen, right? And my cart of stuff, I can't find it. I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened? Oh, it probably was too late and she had to go put it up. And then I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I had cold stuff in the cart too, like frozen goods that probably already melted, and that's why she had to put it all up. And I'm just freaking out thinking, great, I'm getting ready to go grab another cart and, go through the whole process of getting everything again. And I'm just like, really frustrated when I see her. And she's walking over to me, and she's like, oh, hey. She's got a smile on her face. I'm getting ready to say I'm sorry, right, that I took so long. And she's like, your stuff is over here. And she walks over behind, like, this other little counter, pulls a cart out with my stuff, brings it over. I notice there's only, like, half the stuff in it. I'm, like, thinking, oh, she probably had to go put all the cold stuff back. But then she walks over to the ice machine where they keep, like, the bags of ice, right? Oh. And she pulls all my stuff out of the ice fridge or whatever, and she brings it over and she's like, here you go, and puts it in the cart, takes out a receipt that she had already like printed out, scans it on the computer, all my stuff like pops up on this thing, and I can check out then. And I am just like so happy. She saved me so much time and was just so nice, and I seriously wanted to hug her. I was just so happy.
Emotional boy.
I know, it was so emotional, but so I was so happy, and I'm just like, thank you so much. Like, this is so polite. And then, she's like, no problem, thanks for talking with me, and, have a nice day. And I'm like, thank you. And I go outside. As I'm walking out, right, I'm just thinking to myself, wow, last time I was here, right, when she was, and, I had an interaction with her, I had struggled to try and be, like, really patient when she was, like, grating on my nerves because I had been trapped in Walmart for so long. And I could have easily been super rude to her, right? And just started chewing her out, because I had, technically every right, in quotes, to be mad because of all the problems, but it wasn't really her fault at the time. But I could have easily lost my temper and, like, yelled at her or whatever, but I didn't. I stayed patient. And she remembered me because she recognized me this time. She came over, started talking with me. So she came over and she was willing to help me, probably only because I wasn't super rude to her last time when I could have been. And so it just made me think, if I'd been really rude to her last time, right, or lost my patience, then this time she probably would see me, be like, oh, that's the jerk who was rude to me. And then, kept on walking and doing her stuff. And then I would have been there, finished, checked out, not have my stuff, had to take it all and put it all back, and then come back. Yeah, it just would have taken so much time. So I was just really, really happy, with how this worked out. And I just got to say, I love it. She was a really nice lady. And, just big thank you to her. This was a big lesson to me. I think I learned something here. So in the future, I'm definitely going to keep my patience with all Walmart employees. Now, there is a story that happened to me, which I will upload in a future video, guys. I will tell you. Let me know if you want to hear the story about when I tried to buy alcohol from Walmart and they wouldn't sell it to me. Because I will tell you, it's a pretty interesting one. I will tell you guys that next time. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Check out Trapped in Walmart #1. Let me know what you guys think about it. Has anything like this happened to you where you had another interaction with someone, and because you had either been polite to them or maybe you were rude to them, something either came to benefit you or haunt you? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.
See you, nerds.
Later.
Don't call my subscribers nerds. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?